And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the winners match. The winners match here of the Douyu Cup 2026 Day 2 Group C. It's been an intense and long broadcast so far. And we have two series left. Two series to go here. Winners match and decided match of the group. We've all been waiting for this moment here. Scarlett versus INnoVation is coming up next. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Again, Scarlett versus INnoVation, it's going to be an intense back and forth here. I mean, at least that's what I'm hoping for, I should emphasize. Hoping for a back and forth here, hoping for a solid series. But again, we're currently in the meta here of Zerg, and Scarlett is coming in as the dominant force. Meanwhile, INnoVation has been retired for many, many years, is coming back and looked very impressive against Deer. I will say that looked very, very impressive against Deer, looked very in form, looked very dominant, looked very modern is how I've been putting it, but we'll see how he compares against a Zerg player, and we'll see if he's aware of the current meta. What I mean by that, currently in TvZ, all-ins. We've been seeing a lot of all-ins from Terran players to avoid the mid-game and avoid the late game. The rationale for this is because the mid to late game has been dominated by Zerg players, able to gain map control, able to not just gain map control, but able to gain the greater economy, greater map control, and bully Terran players. We'll see that's going to be the case here. Su put that to full effect in his group. We'll see if Scarlett can do the same. Let's go. Let us go. As we're getting ready here for our first series for our ZVT. Vamonos. Vetoes are done, and we're about to jump into our second last series of the broadcast. Winner of this series will advance on to the playoffs. Loser will play against Diego against Kellezer in the decider match. Let's go. Let us go. Whew. Hi. Where's Crank? J1 Choi, papi. Where is Crank? I believe Ryung is casting. Ryung is casting over in Korean. I don't believe Crank is casting this event, but here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have INnoVation, the Korean Terran. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the Canadian Zerg player for Shopify. It is Scarlett. And if you're in the chat, it is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Let us go. But if you're asking, like, if maybe it's your first time tuning into the channel and if you're looking for J1 Joy, looking for CranKy, our channel name is a tribute and a reference to Crank, but CranKy is not, I guess, directly associated with the CranKy Ducklings. We all came from this community back in like 2015, 2016. We all came from Crank's community, and when Crank stopped casting, when he stopped streaming in English, we came together. We started our own channel to also do our own parts and start casting tournaments in English as a group, of course. Myself, Kuro, Milk and Cookies, Yakuzaku, Steel Molds, Kata, and many others over the years. Meanwhile, Crank, that's when he started casting in Korean. Casting in Korean. Oh, there we go. Crank is Chijik? Yes. Crank, currently he streams on Chijik. Thought it was just a shared channel. I like Crank. Yeah. Of course. Quack, papi, quack. We were all Crank supporter. I still am Crank supporter, of course, but we were all part of Crank's community back in the day. Back when he used to stream regularly, like, so think of like 2014, 2015, coming into 2016, when he used to stream in English. That's where we came from, papi. That's where we came from. The Ducklings, papi, the Ducklings. But now, though, we're going to be settling in so far standard openers. Hatch gas pool out of Scarlett, I believe. Yep, Hatch gas pool. Likewise, INnoVation going for his own Rax expand as well. Standard openers so far. Welcome to Eternal, or welcome to At Attorney's Edge. Oh, there you go. Kura saying, I just checked he is live on Chijik, also covering Douyu. If he's not on Wikipedia, can you add him, Kura? Can you add him to the Wikipedia page? Because I know that Ryung is there, but I don't know if I don't know if Crank is listed. So we can list him. As INnoVation does poke in. Is he casting with Ryung, or are they separate? That's the real question. It would be really cool if they were casting together. The Ryung Crank stream. But regardless, Regardless, INnoVation does poke in. So far, Scarlett does deflect, and so far, minimal losses. We do see INnoVation trying to skirt around the edge of the map, headed for the mineral line. Queen out of position. Drone somewhat exposed. Can we get one? Not quite. Yeah, drone does survive, and Reaper is zoned away. Now, behind this, we do see INnoVation going for a Rax into factory follow-up into a 1-1-1. Hyper aggression here by INnoVation. Hellbat pushes have been very trendy in the current meta. We did mention leading into this. Oh, actually, my apologies. So we'll get the music going. But we did mention lead up to this that we have seen hyper aggression from Terran players as their attempted solution to current ZVT, and part of that is Hellbat pushes. Not saying that's what this is. So we'll see if he commits to the armory or just goes into a reactored Hellion into Banshee play. I believe the tech lab is now done on the ranks, and we can go for the add-on swap. Yep, there it is. It is going to be the add-on swap. It is going to be Banshee. Bearing in mind that INnoVation is going for a delayed third TC, heavy Hellion Banshee, and we'll see what damage INnoVation can find. It's going to be on INnoVation to try to outposition Scarlett's queens, to slip by, get into a mineral line, and roast up some drones. Let's go. Let us go. As INnoVation moves out, so you see Scarlett still droning, amassing on more queens, link production underway. No early attack out of Scarlett. There's no early Baneliness or early Roach Warren. Again, playing standard. Oh, INnoVation attempts to go for the dive and it gets punished. Yeah, Hellion goes down, is deflected. So far, so good for Scarlett. And we can see behind this, Stim is on the way, building up into Bio. Now, I believe Scarlett has yet to confirm the main, has yet to scout, so is unaware of the Cloak Banshee. And if spores don't get thrown down in time, then Scarlett is going to be vulnerable to this. Is going to be exposed. Ooh, Lair first. Okay, Lair first out of Scarlett. This allows for earlier Overseer scouts. It also allows for detection and greater tech. It's going to be Lair first into Roaches. Okay, it's going to be a Roach heavy start by Scarlett. Very safe play from our Zerg player. Yeah, very safe. So, as INnoVation moves out. And Spores, it looks like they will finish in time. Okay. They're going to finish up. Now, with the Banshee's timing here, they might actually find the fourth base, and they might even have a cancellation there. We could cancel the fourth base, catch some transferring workers, but when it comes to major damage, Scarlett should be okay. As the spores are done, gases are being taken. That's a lot of gas for Scarlett. Taking all 6. Oh, I'm loving this. The pre-setup with the spore. The spore does rotate over. Does set up, and so far INnoVation hasn't really found any damage. Not yet. No damage yet. With these EV chambers finishing up, we'll see if Scarlett intends to go into +1 range or into +1 melee. Is this Roaches to commit into Roach Ravager, or are we transitioning into Lingbane afterwards? That's what the upgrades will tell us. Banshees, they hit the main base. 1, 2, 3, 4 Banshees, 4 drones going down. Nice damage here from INnoVation. Very nice. Rotates over towards the natural. Spore is ready, but once again, no queens, and more damage being done here. 7 drones in total. Ay, ay, ay. Again, spores were done, but queens were not in position, and INnoVation finds a good amount of damage. Yeah, 7, 8, 9 drone kills. Ay, ay, ay. Now, we have the answer to our question, by the way, as 1 Banshee does finally fall, but this is still a better trade for INnoVation, and that is +1 range. +1 range is on the way, so this tells us that this is going to be commitment into Roach Ravager, and there's a very high chance that Scarlett is going to cut workers. For now, Scarlett's running up to 70, so that's going to be past 3 base saturation, and we'll see how aggressive Scarlett's going to be with this Roach Ravager. Scarlett's taking, okay. Baneliness on the way, Infestation, but as well, this looks like 1-1 upgrades into +1 melee after a +1 range into a Lingbane follow-up into Hive Tech. So this is very safe. This is the style that Shin was playing last year, if you remember, at DreamHack Dallas. It's a little bit outdated. I say outdated. Players like Raynor, players like Shin nowadays, they do like to cut corners and skip Banelings and go straight Roach into Ultra, or they go straight Lingbane into Ultra as well, which Raynor's very fond of. Regardless, the end goal here should be Hive Tech, it should be Ultras. As INnoVation does try to move in, nice dodge here on the piles. At the same time, Lynx, they do go for the counterattack. Ooh, and SCVs are going to go down. At the same time, Scarlett, she wants those tanks. Bars stays away. INnoVation has to pick up. Does save the tanks. 4 CV kills, nothing too major. INnoVation does defend. But Scarlett is beginning to outscale. INnoVation, he did have a strong start killing all those workers with the Banshees. That is true. As I'm pointing out here, upgrades are delayed. There we go, 2-2 now begins. But what's scary here is that Scarlett has already rebuilt, has already recouped those losses. We have 19 drones on the way. Oh, that's... Jesus, 95 drones. Calm down. But Scarlett has already reached over peak saturation, over peak economy, and now Scarlett can now start focusing on purely army production. Now, the one weakness here for Scarlett's setup is lack of anti-air. There's no Spire, there's no Hydrogen, there's no Vipers, so drop play like this can catch Scarlett off guard, can pull Scarlett out of position, has potential. Even here, forcing a cancel. So it does force that cancellation. We do see another double drop down here towards the south side from INnoVation. Marines, they move in. To move in, and again, there's a lot of pressure on INnoVation to find some damage here. He needs to cancel more bases and ideally even get some drone kills. Does send forward and does force a cancel. So denies the southern hatchery. That was the southern 5th base. Been catching a couple of overlords. Meanwhile, dropping to the main base. Scarlett's in position. INnoVation late to react. No. Yeah, late reaction. Some heavy losses there for INnoVation. Did kill 5 drones, but did lose a lot of Marines in that northern drop. And Scarlett's about to max. Scarlett's about to max out. So once she does, then we're going to have Vipers, anti-air. Drop play is going to be less effective. So INnoVation, the window is closing. The window is closing. Hive is not complete, so we have Adrenal on the way. We are expecting Ultra Cavern, but we'll see. We'll see if Scarlett does embrace those ultras. Oh, massive fungal! Oh my god! Massive chain fungal as well. Marines, they all get caught out. Heavy losses here for INnoVation. Banshee does barely get away. But INnoVation caught out in the center of the map, going for his own drop. There's that Ultra Cavern, as we mentioned. Again, it's very common nowadays. Or the style here has been trendy since last year to go Roach into Ling Bane, into Hive Tech, into Ultras. We saw Scarlett get there in a very safe way, in a very safe manner. There have been other players that have been playing around with cutting certain corners, but Scarlett playing it safe. It does mean that Ultras are going to hit a little bit later, but despite that, Scarlett should be able to embrace Ultras before Ghost Tech. That's the big power spike for Scarlett, is Ultras, bam, before there are Ghosts, before there are Liberators, before there's too much of an anti-Ultra army. I do like this out of INnoVation, though. He's the first to push. He's the first to move out. We have 8 tanks. We're committed. Like, everything is here. We have 8 tanks, Mass Marine. It's all or nothing with INnoVation, but I believe there are Vipers, there are Blinding Clouds. And these tanks are stacked. Oh, no. The tanks are... Okay, we try to spread out a little bit here. Fungal in the Bio Army. Here comes the first Blinding Cloud. Lands 1. Where's the other? Just the one, but every tank falls. Again, they all clumped up. INnoVation will lose everything. Massive loss for INnoVation. Gets completely swallowed up here. Again, the tanks were stacked. Blinding Clouds covered most of the tanks. Bio Army got fungaled. And INnoVation has lost momentum, has lost map control. Scarlett overwhelmed, Snowball's out of control. And Scarlett, can she break the 4th? Not with this army. And not with this army, not yet. Has to pull away. Ooh, Biles connect. Yeah, Biles are connecting, dropping to the main base is wreaking havoc. At the same time, Ling reinforcements have arrived. Scarlett trying to get on top of that tank, but not quite able to. The fungal, though. Nice catch of the Banshee. Yeah, Banshee goes down, and INnoVation may be able to hold here, but oh god, the fungals. The fungals do land. I do feel like Scarlett's a little bit overly aggressive here. Yeah, a little bit overly aggressive. We gotta calm down. Scarlett has to back off. Scarlett has almost a 2,000 mineral bank, like 1,300. So we just have to back off and remax and rebuild. Scarlett just needs to calm down. Just calm down. INnoVation does survive as Scarlett overextended. Even here, Scarlett's going to be careful. Ultra production has begun. And the reality here is that Scarlett is very safe. Scarlett is very, very safe. That 9 or that 8 tank push that we saw out of INnoVation, like that was it. Like that was INnoVation's moment. With that moment coming and going, that means Scarlett can now max out with a Hive Tech army. Now we have a +3 carapace on the way. We have Ultras popping out as well. This still feels a little bit premature out of Scarlett, as the Ultras have no support. Yeah, no support for the Ultras. Balins to get a handful of SCVs. Scarlett once again is overextending. Scarlett, we gotta calm down. Like, there's no need to be this overly aggressive here. Yeah, base falls. Scarlett's in a bit of trouble. Just got too excited. And INnoVation now has momentum. Capitalizing on some of Scarlett's mistakes. INnoVation moves in. And this base may just go down. Yeah, it's going to go down. Scarlett cannot save this. Even here, we cannot move in. An Ultra gets thrown away. An Infestor as well. Once again, overextends. Ah. Yeah, big overextension. Losing an Ultra, losing an Infestor. Scarlett needs to respect this army. And INnoVation. He's pushing, knocking down more bases. Scarlett comes in from behind. Nice round, nice blinding clouds as well. Yeah, cleaner engage here from Scarlett. Shuts down the main army. And now Scarlett can focus on the southern push as well. Scarlett does rotate over. Ooh, catching other drops. INnoVation was inattentive. Scarlett trying to seek out the gold base. Should be denied. No, he doesn't check. No, INnoVation. He doesn't check the gold. It's up and running. Ay, ay, ay. Here the gold base is up. Scarlett harassing. This is an expensive harass, by the way, for Scarlett, as this Ultra is going to be thrown away. Once again, like, we're not in a state where we can afford to throw away Ultras like this. We're going to calm down. Scarlett collapsing in, does find all the tanks. Yeah, tanks go down. Bailey's. Oh my god, massive Bailey connections. They smash into the bio. Decent trade here from Scarlett. Once again, we've got to be careful. Pulling away. We're still getting messy here. Scott's rebuilding bases. Scarlett has a high drone count, but I believe Scarlett is doesn't have the most efficient saturation due to so many hatcheries going down. So again, we're getting very chaotic. Scarlett ready for the fungal. Infestor shocking around. Does INnoVation notice? Up! Up! Ooh, not quite. Again, doesn't quite notice yet. Scarlett has to be patient. We gotta be patient. As INnoVation rotates towards left hand side. Infestor coming in from behind. Vipers are ready. This base should be cancelled. At the same time, Scarlett does go for the counter attack. Ooh, I think that was a kill. Yeah, that was a kill, not a cancel. Scarlett pulling further away. Meanwhile, Ling's get some decent damage done at that third. Going for the CC itself. Can she get a kill? She can! Kills the CC. And INnoVation supply blocked. Cannot build anymore. Ooh, massive tank shots here on the Ultras. And now we move in. Yeah, now we move in. But again, there is not enough on the ground. We need more Ultras, we need more Ling Bane, and Scarlett just does not have the army. We have 36 Lings on the way. Another hatchery goes down. INnoVation, can he do it? Can he do it? Oh my god. Yeah, takes on that expansion. Catching out Infestors. Expensive losses here for Scarlett. Another Ultra gets thrown away. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, rough rally from the gold. Rough rally. And despite having the gold base, Scarlett just cannot keep up. The lava here is an issue as well, there are just so few bases. INnoVation, the Terran hope, baby. In a sea of smudge, INnoVation is smiling. True. As INnoVation has a bank, rotates over, has maintained his southern bases. Planetary is almost done. Oh. Very nice run by. Links into the mineral line. Planetary is not ready yet. All these SVs are going to go down. Massive loss here for INnoVation. Massive loss. As down goes every single worker. 17 SCV kills and the planetary as well. Finally something going Scarlett's way, but is it too late? Uh oh. She's... oh my god, he doesn't check. He doesn't check! I was about to say the Scarlett's leading INnoVation to the gold, but no. The gold race is still up. It's still up. Likewise, nice fungal. Decent blinding clouds as well. Ultras, they try to break through. They will break through the tank line, but alas, the Marauders, they should clean up all the Ultras. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 Ultras go down. Still very clutch, still very messy. Scarlett's so close with the reinforcements. Scarlett respects it. Yeah, Scarlett does respect it. Pulls away, backs off. Again, low ego for both players, but the gold base is carrying Scarlett right now. That gold. The MVP gold. We can see INnoVation looking for INnoVation. He's like, what's going on? Why could you afford all of this? Scans for a hatchery. INnoVation is scanning. Scarlett is slowly remaxing here. More lings, more infestors. And if left alone, Scarlett should be able to max out here. It's still very close, though. It's still very clutch. As INnoVation has stopped pushing, trying to turtle up, trying to stabilize back at home. Oh, is INnoVation? He's flying to the gold? Not quite, not quite. Yeah, Scarlett does collapse in. There's no fungal behind this, so yeah, a bit of a rough fight pushing into a siege line. Again, we need those Vipers, we need those blinding clouds. Do we have any? I don't think Scarlett lost her last Vipers in the last fight. They should still be there. We'll head over to the main army soon. Oh, that might be a tell. That might be a tell. Does INnoVation check? Scarlett does split the expand. Again, INnoVation at this point is just turtling up. Aggression has decided we're just turtling up back at home. Scarlett's now maxed. INnoVation's still looking for bases. Still looking, scanning everywhere but the gold base. Not like this, Pappy. Not like this. Does he see? He does! He sees the creep! Oh my, he also sees it's mined out. It's mining out. As INnoVation moves out, Scarlett moves in, knocks down the mineral line. We're trading bases, and Scarlett, do we commit to the base trade? No shot. Oh, fungal doesn't quite land. There we go, better second fungal, locks down the army. Scarlett does not push into the natural, but INnoVation races back home. Yeah. Does race back home to defend. 12 SCV kills. And once again, we're lacking lings here for Scarlett, lacking buffer. Scarlett pulls away. Pulls away. We land a Fogel, but is there much of a follow-up here? There's only one Ultra left. We get a couple of swipes off, but the Ultra will go down. Yeah, better fight for INnoVation. Cleaning up the Ultras, moving out, but at least Scarlett distracts the army and still has that gold. I don't think INnoVation noticed. I don't think he noticed. Now with that, Scarlett trying to come in from behind. Mind Shot goes off. Oof. Mind Shots they connect. There's still, what, 3 Ultras left. Nice Blinding Clouds on the bio. Okay. We have some decent Blinding Clouds. But there's no fungals. No, the splits. It pulls back. Does spread. Spreads well enough. The Ling Bane goes down. INnoVation's pushing. INnoVation's breaking on through. There's still 2 Ultras remaining. Oh, down to 1 actually. Oh my god, the Bailing! The Bailing lands! Clutch Bailing connection there. The medevac does not get away, and Scarlett does claim the fight. Scarlett gains momentum, and Scarlett maintains her economy. That's what's important. 86 drones. Winter Mines, they pop off. Ooh, 9 drone kills by the Winter Mines. That's on the top side. But for the most part, Scarlett has an economy, has that gold base, has more expansion on the top side as well, and can afford these trades. INnoVation's broke. INnoVation, he's broke. You can see that INnoVation's running out of money. Main is mined out, Natural's mined out, 3rd base is mined out as well. The 4th base barely has any money left. INnoVation's on a 1-base economy. He's on 1 base. Ooh, Jesus, the Mind Shot. The Mind Shot's back. INnoVation trying to hold on, trying to build up. It still does. Will INnoVation ever realize that the gold base has been taken this game? It's possible the game may end, but and the base mines out completely. It's almost mined out, yeah. They're putting it out. Almost fully mined out gold. INnoVation heavily reliant on these winter mines. He has a lot of mines. A lot of winter mines here. Does spread. Likewise, again, he's heavily reliant on the Marauders to focus down those ultras. One Fungal lands. That's what, 5, 6 ultras moving in. That's a lot of ultras. They can tank. They can tank this time, and they will collapse in, and Scarlett will completely shut this down. Overwhelms the army. Banelings, they graze the player. Oof, Maestro goes off. At this point, though, Scarlett has done it. Like, it's been impressive. INnoVation's comeback. Winding it back, remember, Scarlett completely shut down the 8-tank. Like, I'm still thinking about it. It was 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry, 14 minutes ago, even. The 8-tank push of INnoVation. Oh, he skids! He skids the gold. Ah! Now he knows. Now he knows. Not like this. After it's mined out. Feels bad, man. But again, Scarlett had a massive lead after shutting out that 8-tank push from INnoVation, but it was afterwards where Scarlett maybe a little bit overconfident, maybe just overconfident, or just feeling a little bit too ahead at that point. But Scarlett did make a bunch of missteps, a bunch of mistakes. INnoVation clawed his way back in. We had that back and forth where Scarlett almost looked down and out, but the gold, right? The gold expansion, the MVP, the gold base. Ultras, they come in from behind. We lock down the entire army. There's no escaping this, and GG gets called. Scarlett takes game number 1. Whew, okay. You can see Scarlett's like, damn. Hey. GG, well played. A very intense game 1. Scarlett will take a lead in the series. GG. GG, well played. With that, congratulations. Scarlett does take a lead in the series. Again, a very, very intense back and forth. Very intense back and forth. There were moments for Scarlett. There were moments for INnoVation. It was very, very back and forth. I still come back to the gold base, though. That gold base, there were a lot of moments where INnoVation was knocking down hatcheries further back behind the gold, right? He was just ignoring the gold completely, knocking down other bases. If INnoVation was aware of the goal base earlier, 100% it's killed. 100% it's killed, 100% it's knocked down, and then we have a very different kind of game. That goal base was so crucial for Scarlett sustaining herself in that game and eventually having that comeback. And again, INnoVation, I mean, this is also partially the new map pool, right? New map pool as well. INnoVation, he may not have known there was a gold there, or, you know, now moving forward, I'm sure he's going to be a little more attentive to checking for the gold base as well. But that's another factor when it comes to these new maps. You know, the map pool has been live for a week, if less than a week actually, and alas, INnoVation didn't have the wherewithal to check that gold location. I think what's important about the map pool as well is, remember, INnoVation and all these players, they were preparing for this tournament by playing the PTR. But this map pool that we're playing on was not in the PTR. The PTR was using the old map pool, so even for the players that were practicing on the PTR, they did not get extra practice on this map pool unless they specifically went out of their way to play it in the live version of the game when they were practicing on the PTR. So another factor as well. Oh, well, Mike, the vetoes are crazy. Game 2 for the second time in this tournament. Rorschach is coming up next here, a hyper aggressive map. This is one of the most commonly vetoed, if not the vetoed map in the map pool. Like Rorschach, we've seen it once so far in this tournament. Now we've seen it a second time. Rorschach is a hyper aggressive map. I would usually say this is Terran favored, to be honest. I'm a little bit surprised that Rorschach made it through the vetoes. I'm curious what the plan is. What is the plan here coming into such a small map like Rorschach? Let's go. Let us go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Rorschach, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran. It is INnoVation. And spawning in the top left hand corner, bottom left hand corner, we do have Scarlett, the Canadian Zerg for Shopify. Here we go. She just has sloppy micro and messy trades. I mean, I would push back against it. Like, once again, I want to emphasize that Scarlett had a very strong early to mid game. And it did look like, because Scarlett was so far ahead, it's like, oh, I could just, I could just aim it. Like that's what it felt like, where Scarlett had some incredible control, incredible micro positional play, fungals as well. Like, again, Scarlett's engage on that 8 tank push that INnoVation went for was crazy. Like, Scarlett completely shut INnoVation down. It's just in the aftermath of that, it looks like maybe, again, they got a little bit too excited after taking a massive lead. And then things got very messy for both players as well, by the way, like for both players, because like, you might be critical of like, oh, like Scarlett having some messy engagements. At the same time, we saw multiple times where INnoVation was not looking at his drops. He was not looking at his drops. Like, that happened like 4 different times where INnoVation would unload units and they'd get caught by banelings or just caught by regular units as well. And he was like late to react and late to pick up as well. Like, so it was very intense from both sides. Very messy game. From both sides. But here we go, we're getting into game number 2, and welcome to Rorschach. Rorschach is a smaller map in the map pool, shorter rush distance by ground. We do have a healing pad in the center of the map. Which is why aggression isn't just favored, it's even further favored, because you can use that healing pad to bolster your army as a bit of an outpost to pull back to heal up and to use to keep pushing across the map. That center location can be crucial depending on your expansions and depending on where we're pushing. So there is that healing pad. On top of that, we do have a gold base. I believe there's a gold base on the northern top of the map, like the northern center of the map. I believe there's a gold base there, and I believe there's a hybrid expansion right next to the main, in the central location, the bottom half, you can see there. You can see there the gold mineral patches. It's a hybrid base. So half gold, half regular. So it does have a lot of quirks with the gold base, with hybrid bases, with healing pads, and of course with the short rush distance by ground. Typically, because of the short rush distance and because of the healing pad, personally I would say that Terran players should be favored on this map. But we'll see, because on the flip side of things, I can also see Roach play being very strong here, like Roach all-ins specifically, like say 3 base Roach all-ins, cutting workers early on and committing with Roaches, or even going for a German taxi variation in ZVT. I can see that being quite scary as well. So we'll see who's going to be the aggressor. For now, INnoVation, 2 games in a row, 1-1-1. Does go for the 1-1-1. Now, if you remember, in the beginning of game 1, INnoVation, he killed, was it 9 drones? It was like 8 to 9 workers with the first 2 Banshees. Like, INnoVation, he popped off. Like, he had a really strong start when it came to the early game harassment, but then Scarlett recovered from that. Was able to recover, drone up, and rebuild and resaturate. Cyclone? Wait, what? Cyclone? What? So I can hear the Chinese casters. They're free. They're like, what? INnoVation's going reactor to marine into cyclone, into early medevac, into an early push. This is a TVP build. That's what this is. Like, you see this in Terran versus Protoss, like where you build up your marines, you load up the marines in the medevac, and then you reinforce with the cyclone on the ground. So this is a Terran versus Protoss build here. Okay, interesting. Very interesting here out of INnoVation. Behind this, Addon Swap reacted Hellion into Reaper. Why is he making a Reaper? To get across the map as quickly as possible. Like, these reinforcements, Hellion, Reaper, it's all about flooding across the map, just rallying everything you can across the map and just commit. And again, we spoke about this before, because this map is so small, these kind of aggressive builds are more favored here. This feels very kind of unique to this map, and it's very unique, it's very unorthodox. We'll see if INnoVation can pull this off. But again, you can see even Liberator as well. Like, it's also just rally across the map, do as much damage as possible. So let's go. Armory behind this as well. Going for the Armory, going into Hellbats, into Mech. So INnoVation's making it up. For now, dancing with the Army, revealing Marines and a medevac, when really he's going for a Hellbat push. Oh, okay. You're setting up for this. Wait, with Stim? Oh, we're getting mixed signals. What's going on? This is not lined up. There are variations of 2-on-1 that you can do lined up with a Hellbat push. This is not that though. This is a 1-1-1. No third CC. Hellbat push into bio follow-up. I'm not convinced, but okay. I mean, this is going to hit pre-roaches, right? Roach Warren's on the way, but Scarlett needs a little bit more time for roaches. Here come the Hellbats. It's purely a Ling Queen defense. How many queens? Yeah, Ling's have to pull back, liberate into the main base. INnoVation commits. Going for the hatchery. Hatchery may just go down. And drones are falling as well. Yeah, heavy damage here. Ling's they go for a counterattack. Queens they try to engage. We have roach production underway. We have 3 roaches in production. Clutch transfuse. Saves the hatchery. Yeah, Scarlett trying to save the hatchery. Did save the mineral line. Ling's there trying to knock down that front door across the map. But the hatchery should fall. Yeah, there's no more transfuse. No more transfuse. Queens are zoned away. Roaches are popping out. And there's no lair. If there was a lair, then we could maybe see Scarlett counterattack. But I don't know if that's possible anymore. Yeah, INnoVation defends back at home. Mass repair. Scarlett lost her 3rd. And it's looking a little bit shaky here for Scarlett. Now, thankfully, Scarlett's rebuilding that 3rd base. Going for the infestation pits? Oh. So I was about to say that something still available to Scarlett is to go for, say, like a 2 or 3 base all-in. To go into Mass Roach Ravager and cut workers. Ooh, that's cancel. But Scarlett going for the pits tells us that Scarlett wants to try to macro out of this. But again, macroing on Rorschach is going to be difficult. Okay. We're going for the pits. We're going for infestors. I mean, if Scarlett can land a really good fungal growth, then that can lock down the army, for sure. So do you see INnoVation pull away? INnoVation got a bit too excited. They can't handle that smiling. True. Too excited. And even though this is a really shaky mid-game here for Scarlett, with some well-placed fungals, it's going to be tough though. INnoVation's committing. Yeah, INnoVation commits on 2 bases. Again, INnoVation's 3rd CC is so delayed. Just doubling down on 2 bases, pushing across the map. Scarlett will miss the move out. Oh no! Does miss the move out, and there's going to be 3 fungals. There's going to be 3 fungal growths available. I don't think there's enough energy for a microbial shroud when the infestor pops. I could be mistaken. Would it be worth? Like fungling the bio microbial shroud to help against the tanks and then just commit? Here come the fungals. Oh, it does land 1. Biles, they connect with 1. The tank survives. Yeah, tank does survive. Marines, they stim in. Another fungal lands on part of the army. But the base still goes down. And again, there's just so much pressure being applied here. Because as we try to emphasize, that rush distance by ground is so short. It takes so little time for INnoVation to push. So little time. Like these Terran pushes, they hit faster and harder on Rorschach. INnoVation backs off, rotates. Oh, that's the... I think that's the first time I've noticed it. Did you see that? Remember, the Infestor now has an auto attack. It's very subtle, like the visual. I saw the auto attack. That's fungling some of the bio. This is still a massive army here for INnoVation. Rotates. Okay, these rotations hit so quickly. Like we just rotate down, knock down another base. That's a kill and a cancel. Another hatchery goes down. INnoVation commits in. INnoVation does commit. Yeah, it does push further. And we have a brutal siege line here. 5 tanks. Oh no. Yeah, massive tank shots going off. And INnoVation just snowballing out of control. Sims on in. We'll take one massive fungal to the face. Is it enough? I mean, that was a big fungal. We need more link support or something to close that gap. Tank line is still solid. We're reinforcing with extra tanks. Yeah, another tank has arrived. Now, I said something earlier about players maybe not being aware of certain things. We've still not used that. The healing pad is right next to INnoVation, by the way, but we've not used it. Oh, nice fungal. Nice fungal catching out one of the medevacs, but another base goes down. Scarlett just cannot expand at the same time. Nice run by here by Scarlett. Boys are being pulled. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. The SCVs are going to go down, but I believe INnoVation should have enough to hold here with those reinforcements. We'll lose the tank, but there are plenty of Marines. Yeah, plenty of bio. Oh, clutch burrow. Okay, INnoVation didn't notice. So cheeky moves by Scarlett. Inno is not aware. Tunneling claws on the way. But Scarlett still has no economy. Yeah, no economy here as INnoVation is pushing further in. Yeah, it does move further in. And especially with this spread, if the army was clumped up, different story, but that's a very nice tank spread here by INnoVation. Yeah, he spreads well. Fungal lands. Nice pick up here by Scarlett, catching out one of the tanks. But this army is just so oppressive. Like, INnoVation's almost pushing into the natural. Almost there. Yeah, tanks are moving in within range of the Roach Warren. Ay. Roach Warren's gonna fall. Scarlett tries to engage. Does catch one of the tanks at least. But this should be too much. Yeah, this should be too much. INnoVation just wedging himself in between the bases. Getting himself the Roach Warren, catching out the Roaches themselves. And again, Scarlett just cannot keep up. Not like this, Pappy. Not like this. Again, just was unable to spot the first major push, and GG gets called. INnoVation ties up the series. We're going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We're going to the ace match here, and this is one of the reasons why I was shocked to see Rorschach not vetoed. Like, Rorschach is a very heavily, I won't say Terran favorite map in ZVT, but it just favors aggression. And Terran players, they're usually the aggressor in ZVT. You can see it takes so little time to rally across the map, to push across, to get into the bases, to rotate as well, to reinforce. The aggression just was unstoppable there from INnoVation. Likewise, Scarlett tried to get into Roach play early on, but winding all the way back here, it was also a quirky build out of INnoVation, to be fair. Going into Hellbats and going into like a quirky like Marine Cyclone start was very, very quirky. And if you recall, Scarlett's Roaches arrived too late. They arrived a couple of seconds too late, and Scarlett lost the third. And as soon as that third base was killed, I mean, that was kind of game. Like, that's just a brutal loss early on. At this level of play, you cannot afford to lose a third base. We saw that Scarlett tried to recover, but the aggression never stopped. Never did stop. INnoVation was just always in her face. GG. GG, well played. And with that, INnoVation does have the series. And I'm curious, what is game 3? What is game 3 here? Again, game 2 was very map dependent. These aggressive builds and these aggressive moves are stronger on maps like Rorschach and maps like Rainfall. Like, those are the two aggressive maps of the map pool. Game 3, Washout. Okay. Washout is a larger map of the map pool. That is true. Larger than Rorschach, 100%. So Washout is a bit of a larger map. Has some interesting features as well. We'll get into it. Interesting features. As we found ourselves in the ace match. And we should be seeing our players adjust as a result of that, coming into game 3. Again, INnoVation had a crazy build last game, going Marine, Medevac, Cyclone into Hellbat push. But again, that's specific to Rorschach. This time we should be seeing something more standard. We'll see. As in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran. It is INnoVation. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Canadian Zerg player representing Shopify. It is Scarlett. Let's go. Let us go. Again, we do have our ace match. We have our game 3. Welcome to Washout. Washout is a more medium-sized map in the map pool. I will say the map can open up over time. We do have some layers of rocks in the center. Once they get knocked down, then there are multiple avenues of attack for sure. The ramps come up into the high ground are a little bit wider as well. I will say that Scarlett should have an easier time defending on this map. So that's why we expect a different build out of INnoVation. Again, INnoVation, he was so 2-base heavy last game. So 2-base heavy. This time we should be seeing a faster third or something different. I did mention previously that in the current patch, in the current iteration of the game, I feel like all-ins and hyper aggression from Terran players are almost a must. It is very, very difficult to try to play standard macro games at the moment in ZBT. But that didn't stop INnoVation from doing it in game 1, and they got punished for it. Still made it a close game, don't get me wrong, but again, it was a very messy game, I should say. Coming into game 3, we'll see if INnoVation does go for a different approach. But now, hatch, pool, gas. Relatively... Oh, we might just go gasless. True. Oh, no, there we go. So hatch, pool, gas here by Scarlett's going for a later gas geyser, which means slightly later link speed. Now, I might be reading into this too much, but based on the gas timing, this might be a skip of link speed. We might get our gas and tech up into a different direction. I'm thinking maybe even lair tech. I don't think this map is large enough to try to get away with something like 2-base Muta, but 2-base Muta is a build that's in the meta right now and in ZBT, and we have seen players like Shin and Raynor use it to great effect, Solar as well. So it's something in the back of my mind. We'll see where the gas is going to be spent. We shall see. I wouldn't give it too much mind though, because the gas wasn't too late. It was just hatch, pool, gas. Like the gas wasn't too late. We'll see. But now the Reaper does poke in. Does poke in. Scarlett already pulling out of gas, so only getting the first 100. As Reaper does dance with the Zerglings. Okay, for a moment there I was thinking, are we waiting for the Queen to finish? But no, link speed has begun. Scarlett pulls out of gas and will deflect the Reaper. So far so good. Scarlett does defend. I did mention previously that these earlier pull timings are more common just to get your Queen out in time to defend against the Reaper. And as opposed to last game, there it is, third TC for INnoVation. That's a third TC before starports, standard economic field. Oh, the very nice catch by Scarlett, catching out the Reaper. Nicely done. Now, what does this mean? With that Reaper being sniped, it does mean that if Scarlett does decide to go for, say, a faster Roach Warren or a faster Lair, it will be more difficult for INnoVation to scout. Doesn't mean that she has to, but it means that that's going to be available here, as scouting is going to be more limited. Meanwhile, behind this, we do have INnoVation getting to his own reactor to Hellion production, into tech lab on the racks, into what should be an add-on swap into Banshee. No add-on. Wait, sorry, there's no starport. No starport. Early stim, no starport, no Banshee play. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Does he go for a second racks? Are we going... So, do you remember what I said last game? When we saw Stim after the Hellbats, I was like, there are some builds where you can go for like a Hellbat push with Stim. If you go for earlier Stim instead and later Armory. We're kind of seeing that here. Yeah, it's a 3-1-1 setup. Okay. 3-1-1 setup. So basically, INnoVation, he's going to be foregoing the early medevac drop play. There's no starport. There are 0 medevacs. This means that INnoVation, he's more concerned about building up his bio army. Stim, combat shields, +1, building up a marine count, and going for a later push instead. Basically, INnoVation, he's not really concerned with doing damage early on with Banshees or going for early drop play. Going for any kind of early drop play. He's building up into a later push that's going to be ideally hitting with all these upgrades. The downside is that INnoVation is going to have less map control for longer, and it means that Scarlett is free to drone up harder earlier on, because it's going to be a later timing. So Scarlett is free to drone up to 3-base saturation, potentially even further than that if she wants to be a little bit greedier. And a lesser player might be a little bit too tentative or scared to drone up too much, and they might make units expecting earlier aggression, but that's not happening here. Like, Scarlett is freely droning, so far at least. So this will allow for a bit of a more comfortable early to mid game here for Scarlett, and it all pops off once those upgrades kick in. On top of that, because INnoVation is being more passive, it also means that there's nothing to contest against the creep. Like, the creep is free to go uncontested here, which is scary against Scarlett, particularly. Very, very scary. Scarlett, of course, is known for a creep spread. Medivacs are on the way, and INnoVation is going to be pushing it around 7 minutes. As Ling does check for the third. Hellions are spotted. Scarlett does cut workers at 72. This is a very safe worker count to stop at. Very, very safe. You could argue that Scarlett maybe could have drawn up a little bit more here, but for now, just 72 workers. That's like 3.5 base saturation. Now building up Ling Bane. And INnoVation can now start to be active. But again, Scarlett, again, the creep is looking solid. Hive is on the way, or Infestation Bit's on the way for Hive Tech. Scarlett embracing Ling Bane. Now, Scarlett is lacking anti-air. Is not going Ling Bane Hydra or Ling Bane Muta, just purely Ling Bane, so these drops have potential. Hellions, they do go for a counterattack at the same time, so does Scarlett. This is a little bit scary here. And Marines, they stim in. Scarlett does try to hit the third. Hellions get caught. Nice defense here by Scarlett. Shuts out the Hellions. Lings, they do pick up some depots. 4 CV kills. And Scarlett defends. Yeah, Scarlett does defend. I was a little bit concerned that Scarlett may lose some queens here on the south side, but reinforcements arrived just in time. And now, after the defense, bam, 11 drones. 11 drones, so Scarlett's droning up past 80. Now here comes the Hive, and now Scarlett is getting out of hand. Due to the aggression ending and being shut down, and due to the creep still looking very healthy, Scarlett is free to head towards Ultras. And now the real question becomes, this build that INnoVation went for, like, was it too passive? I do see 3 more Raxes on the way. I believe INnoVation is setting up for an 8 Rax. So this is looking like an 8 Rax out of INnoVation. I see no gases at the third base. But remember, 8 Rax is a very out of meta nowadays. Like, this is very like 2025. As 8 Raxes, they've fallen out. But I don't see any gases, so it's looking like a 3-base all-in from INnoVation, but I'll be honest, I'm not convinced. Like, there's a reason why this build doesn't exist anymore. Like, this... And INnoVation trying to be active. Again, still active with the drops at least. Scarlett's about to max out. She's about to max out. We also, at this point, we have confirmation it is an 8 Rax. So 3-base all in, 8 Rax, Fungal does land. Oh my god, massive Fungal. Catching out some of the Marines. Basically, INnoVation's goal here is to try to end the game with this push. Try to end the game or die trying. But Scarlett's maxed. Getting into the build itself and getting into how the meta has evolved over the past year, 8 Raxes were very common last year. They were very, very prevalent in 2025. But one of the big changes that occurred, one, different map pool. Like, the previous map pool last year was a lot more friendly to 8 Raxes. We had a lot more smaller maps, and the terrain itself favored these pushes, made it more difficult to engage into armies. The other big change, of course, was the Baneling buff. The Baneling did get increased HP back, and because of that, Ling Bane was much more viable. Previously, without that HP buff, Banelings were being focused down and targeted quite quickly, and they could not engage with this kind of, like, with these all-ins. Oh, Scarlett, we gotta be careful. we gotta respect the 8 Rax. Yeah, we have to respect it. Banelings are roll in, but where are the Lings? Yeah, Scarlett's Lings are all across the map. This base is gonna go down. Scarlett bleeding out a lot of supply before the fight occurs. So a little bit greedy here from Scarlett to go for the counterattack. And this is getting out of hand. Yeah, this is now getting out of hand. Scarlett has to pull away. Again, we needed all those Ducklings back at home. Yeah, did need them back home. INnoVation's gaining ground. So far, a good start from INnoVation, and Scarlett just has to be patient. She has to be patient. Trying to catch reinforcements. Oh, tank does siege. Yeah, tanks they siege up. These things are going to be thrown away. INnoVation's pushing through. And Scarlett has 1,000 minerals, but Scarlett lacking larva. No. Like, Scarlett has the production to defend, but oh my god, Banelings they crash into tanks, and INnoVation is pulling this off. He's pulling this off. Ay. With an outdated build, Bappy. It's not supposed to work nowadays, but again, Scarlett, she went for a massive counterattack, lost all those lings, and likewise here, Scarlett cannot produce. Yeah, cannot produce. INnoVation sims into the mineral line. 13 drones go down. I can see the Chinese. I can hear the Chinese casters freaking out. They're like, "What?" We're back in 2025, Bappy. True. As INnoVation does push through, breaks the natural, pushing into the main. Almost 400 Zerglings have gone down this game. Banelings just try to come in from behind. Decent fungals, but in the end, INnoVation has done it. Breaks the natural base, pushing into the main as well. And with that, INnoVation is going to be the first player to make it through. It has control of the main. Ultra's now popping out, but it does feel too little too late at this point. Yeah, the Ultra's being focused down. Nice fungal on the Marines. Nice fungal. Oof. As the Ultra is going to get picked up by the Bio Army. The upgrades aren't there, right? +3 carapace was denied. Second army pushes out. The Terran Bappy. Overwhelming. Yeah, it does overwhelm. Does push in towards the final mining base here for Scarlett. She has her third. And again, the base count was solid, the crease spread was solid as well, but again, just went for the counterattack at some rough moments, did lead out a lot of units trying to catch reinforcements as well, was unable to engage. And with that, INnoVation sealing the deal here. Yeah, it does break through. GG gets called, and INnoVation will claim the series 2-1, advancing on in first place into the playoffs. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Oh, the crowd, Bappy. The ex-teammates they faced off here. Again, they're good friends. If you remember, INnoVation and Scarlett were both on Acer for a long time. And INnoVation does claim the series. I'll be honest, that was Scarlett's series to lose. Like, Scarlett was in a very commanding position. I was doubting everything about INnoVation there, going for the 8 racks and going for a 3-way soul-in on washout. The creep was insane, the base count was solid, the economy was solid for Scarlett as well. Scarlett was taking up into ultras, but if you recall, everything kind of went south real fast and real quick. The moment that INnoVation pushed, what did Scarlett do? Went for a big Ling counterattack and did 0 damage. And there were a lot of Zerglings, like all the Lings went for a big counterattack and there was no damage dealt. We saw INnoVation defended with the bare minimum, and because all those Lings went down, Scarlett couldn't engage back at home. She could not engage. Like, she only had purely Banelings back at home and she couldn't push into the tank line. So from that moment, everything started looking south. Scarlett once again tried to catch the reinforcements, but her Lings also got caught out there as well. They were pointing it out at the time. They looked at the units lost tab. Scarlett lost 350 Zerglings that like in the lead up to said all in. So just a really rough lead up there. INnoVation got across the map, was able to push into the bases, and Scarlett didn't have an army to defend. Was maxed at some point, but when the push happened, like, it all fell apart. GG, well played. With that, congratulations, INnoVation will claim the series, and with that, we have one series left here in the broadcast. It is going to be a ZVT, another ZVT between Scarlett and Diego. A little bit sad there, a little bit bittersweet that both Scarlett and Kelazar have to face off in that decider match. Only one can advance on. Only one, Bappy, only one. It's catching up. It's catching up. Catching up in the chat. Two names I haven't seen in ages. Yeah. It's a tournament of legends, man. Of legends. INnoVation didn't get told it was 2026. I mean, it worked. Which it worked. The main is so rough we don't have a lava efficient emergency button. I mean, as we mentioned, like, it was just a really rough lead up, and we might even see it here in the highlights, but just a really rough lead up to the 8 racks. Just because Scarlett did bleed out so many Zerglings before being able to engage with the army. So it's just a really kind of a really rough turn of events, like one after the other after the other. The stars aligned for INnoVation, man. The stars aligned. And GG well played. What I will say though is that, like, again, Scarlett was still looking very strong in this series, still looking very, very strong in the sense that I could see this being a tour. Like, I can see this being a tour. I mean, I say that. Sorry, I'm walking back on Rorschach. True, like I'm still shocked that Rorschach made it through the Vita process. Like, that was a lost game. That was brutal. But here, like, this definitely could have gone Scarlett's way, and I hope that she's able to look back on this and be like, oh, like, you know, if I'd maybe done a couple of things differently here, like, this was definitely like a winnable situation, and there was definitely like comeback potential there. I think we might see it here. Like, we're looking at the highlights. No, they just skipped over it. Never mind. They just skipped over the Ling run by. Never mind. But GG well played. With that, we have one series left. It is going to be that best of 3 between Scarlett and Kellizer. So we're going to be going on a break, and we'll be back soon after the break. Oh, is that Trap is doing a signing session. Look at Trap go. Is that Gemini? Is that yo, if there's a signing session going on for Trap, you know Gemini's there 100%. He was first in line. He was Trap's like, don't you have work? What's going on? Aren't you working in Korea tomorrow? Like, Gemini, no. I called in sick, babe. I called in sick. I'm here for you. Said Gemini. We're gonna go for a short break. Gonna cut to a short break here. When we come back, we'll have that final series. We'll see you soon after the break. Oh, as you can see, the Kellizer and Scarlett, they're doing their vetoes. We'll see you soon.